The crab bucket syndrome has only been around in native country for the last 60 years. Prior to that, it was the Indian agents that kept native people at home or on the reserve, and you needed permission from them to leave the reserve. The crab bucket syndrome has become very prevalent throughout native country, and what that means is that we're keeping each other down, and we're keeping each other down in such a way that we just can't seem to move forward or move to the next level. I know we're capable of moving to the next level. I know we have very talented First Nations people throughout native country that are extremely gifted and talented in what they do. And yet we keep each other down so that we all progress at the same slow rate that everybody else is progressing. We can move a lot faster if we come up with a solution of some kind that will allow us to move collectively. If we want to keep each other at a slow pace collectively, then I know that we need to move with each other onto the next level. Whatever that next level is for each and every one of us. The economic activity in First Nations country is very poor. In fact, it's pathetic. I can say that because I visited many First Nations communities across Canada, sometimes by road, sometimes by air. And when I land in the community or when I drive into the community, I usually find one or two stores, usually a gas station. And the gas station is either owned by an individual or owned by the First Nation government. Nevertheless, that seems to be the only business that succeeds or that seems to move forward in First Nations country. Very few other businesses seem to get off the ground, because I know we have a lot of talented people. I know we have skilled people in First Nations country. But the reason why we can't seem to get ahead or move forward is what's been called the crab bucket syndrome. So what's the solution? What can we do to alleviate or to eradicate or to erase the crab bucket syndrome? I believe the solution is the social business concept. The social business concept was developed by Muhammad Yunus, a professor that taught here in the United States and eventually moved back to his home country in India, where he was the economics professor. And he developed this concept in the early years called microcredit. And I'm not sure if you've heard about it, but if you've heard about it, that's where it came from. It has spread throughout the world. And now he's developed a new concept or a new model, a new economic model based on social business. And what he means by social business is that social business operates outside of the profit maximization world. The profit maximization world operates in our current economic model that we have now. And the bottom line is profit maximization. It assumes that people are one-dimensional, that all they think about is money, and perhaps they do. However, in the social business concept, it's based on the assumption that people are multidimensional, that life is much more than just about money. So when Dr. Yunus developed the business concept of incorporating the social aspect into it, he had called it social business. So social business addresses some kind of social concern or problem or issue in the community, and the way that you solve that is by using business formats or business methods to address that. Profit is secondary. It doesn't even enter the equation sometimes. It is important, don't get me wrong, profit is great. It's good in terms of generating a profit for either individual or shareholders. However, in the social business concept, it does not belong there. In fact, if it ever enters into the social business arena, then that social business becomes a profit maximization company. So in First Nations country, I think we have an opportunity here to take an idea that might work for us. Give it a try and see how it works. In fact, let me know how it works. Look up the concept of social business. Type in the name Muhammad Yunus onto your search bar and look at the few videos or the handful of videos that are on YouTube and educate yourself on the concept. And in fact, pick up the books that he has written. He has written 3 of them. They're very interesting read. If you're interested in developing the economy in First Nations country, this is a type of solution that we've been looking for. I think it's a solution that will fit very well in First Nations country. Give me a call. Let's talk. Aho.